society.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Turntables activated. Get ready.
The most versatile hip-hop radio station in the world.
You can talk about us, but you can't talk without us. Phenomenal radio. We are what radio should be. You could listen to one of those other stations. But what would your friends think?
Holy sh**, where'd you find this?
You're locked into the #1 online radio station.
It's not that your radio sounds strange. You just found a station that plays what you like.
Phenomenal radio.
Radio just got a lot more fun. Thanks for listening.
We are what radio should be.
Phenomenal Radio, PhenomRadio.com, the most versatile hip-hop station in the world, where we have taken the power of the industry and placed it in the hands of the independent. Damn near 20 years, 2 decades. Follow us online. If you don't know, now you know. On any search engine optimization tool, platform, or bar you may have where you can search things, just hashtag 1000 network. You're going to find us, or hashtag Phenom Radio, Phenom Artifacts, Indie Advancement. Those are all our brand initiated hashtags. I am one of your hosts, Ashley Stone Music, in here with a guest that's been on the road, going to tear down the show tonight out there in Mississippi. But I'm also in here with my brother, Dick James. And without me saying any more, this is Global Audio Forensics. Dick James, what's good?
Peace, love, and light. Hope everybody's having a fascinating Saturday so far. I know it's a little chillier than what we was looking forward to. However, yeah, we kicking it live. I'm co-owner to KPTX Digital Broadcasters, Phenom Radio, the most diverse radio station on the planet. I'm also CEO and founder of the Industry Plug magazine, and it's a common courtesy today because we're representing the capital, Jackson, Mississippi. And this young man and his mother, momager, and his grandmother, they came down to Columbus, Mississippi, 2.5-hour trip. You know, it's always trials and tribulations, weather and other kind of conditions, situations that test you to see if your will is durable enough to travel and endure this journey. And so they made it through the blessings of our almighty creators. You know what I'm saying? I'm so divinely happy. He goes by the name of Houdini 9. The spelling is a little bit confusing. It is unique, though, and that's the thing. You know, you want to catch people's attention. And so without further ado, let's just kindly introduce the young man who made it from Jackson, Mississippi, Houdini 9.
Yes, sir, yes, sir. So like he said, you know, keep this show rolling. I go by Houdini 9 from Jackson, Mississippi, or North Jackson to be exactly. And, you know, anybody confused, it's all one word, you know, Houdini 9. And just complete spell it out and just put it together as one word. But my social tag is something that I came up with, you know, more creative. Like, it's HOU9INI. So you see what I'm saying? It's still Houdini, and it's still Houdini 9 with the 9 in it, but the creativity made me to fuse it together, and it was like, oh, to swap that D to that 9, you see what I did? So it's like, that's what I like, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, but yeah, I was 21, you know, anybody where, you know, pretty much that's non-factor, but yeah, just came here to put on for my city, you know, Jackson, you know.
Indeed, indeed. Houdini 9 in the building again. Salute to you and your family for making that trek and staying true to the craft, man, staying dedicated, because it is about effort, commitment, and sacrifice in anything that you do if you want to be successful. What I first want to ask you is, when did music become a part of your life, and how so? Like, what were the influences? When do you remember being exposed to the music? Give us a little background on that.
Well, honestly, straight to the point, it's been here my whole life. It's been with me my whole life. Like, I was brought up in a church, but like even before then, my uncle, he dib and dabble in producing, so I was always around music, heard him upstairs. Just coming over with my mama, them hearing what was on the radio and stuff, and it was just something I was always drawn to. That just as attached to and it stuck with me. And as I got older, it more so came about as just me testing stuff, me trying stuff, and I was in the choir. I sung in church. I came up in the church. Feel like that's important. You asked me, but I came up to church. I sung choir, so that's when I had developed more of an ear for music. You know what I'm saying? So going from there, just I decided to do that, put my own flip to it, own taste to it, and this what we at, this what we came to, and it's all to me. It's all about creativity, art, and within me, it's like perfecting your craft, perfecting what you already can do and what you already have. As far as musical intellect.
Right, no doubt. Gifts and talents, utilizing those, recognizing those gifts and talents, and it's not a surprise, but it is kind of a surprise to hear that you came from the church background, because most of us do. As myself, you know what I mean, being a preacher's kid, playing musician, keys, drums, choir practices, all that, then transitioning to production and music. It's kind of tied to all of our families. So that's dope right there. My next question is with Houdini. What made you choose that name? What's the meaning behind it? And what's the why Houdini 9, and why did that fit you as your brand and you run with that?
So it's actually a funny story you asked me, but as when me and my brother were young, like we used to play games. To this day I still like games, but me and my brother used to be on the game and stuff, and we used to be on 2K to be exact. So you'll make a character or something, and then it asks you like your nickname or whatnot. I used to always go with Houdini, like, and that was just something that I liked, and it was different, like Houdini, and it was always a unique word. And so when I did start to do my own thing as far as music, I was like, I gotta think about a name. I gotta do this. What I like, what do I like? And I was something else, and we can talk about that later. But I went by something else before I started taking it more serious. But I was like Houdini, Houdini out there, pretty much flower area. Hey, I can do something with that. So it's like that's what I decided to do and just take to another step. Now nine, honestly, it's just one of my favorite numbers, and it's nothing too deep in that. And you put your own stereotype on it or whatever people may do, but to me, it's just a number. I like, something I just Houdini 9, and then something I go by. I always 9.
Yeah,
Something simple.
yeah, that is, and as long as it's you, that's all that matters. Like you
Exactly,
said,
exactly.
that's you. That's what you feel. That's what you rock with. You really don't need an explanation. It was just interesting to know how you came with your name. My next question is, before we get into one of these records, is when did you record your first record professionally, and when did you put out your first record professionally, and how did that go for you?
Well, as far as my first record, um, you said professionally. So as far as my professional record, it was kind of in the same time frame. Like I said, I went by something before and I did a little work, and that's what kind of sparked my attention. But as far as literally recording and then putting it out there, that'll be when I first started with Hershey Black. I don't know if y'all feel familiar with that name, but Hershey Black. I started with him. We was working. We did about probably 2, 3 songs our first session, and then one of those was one I had started with, like I had for a long time. I was working on that song back while I was in school, so I was like, let's do something with it. Let's do it. My mama liked it, so we was like, let's do it. And we decided to go and hop on it, and get to it, start taking it more serious, and then. So I recorded that with Hershey, and he mixed and mastered. He the one taught me a lot of stuff coming into the game. Anyway, he was like, this how you do this, or this how you do this, and then knowing songs or having songs like this, it's important to get it mixed and mastered for the best quality, going out and stuff. So he taught me pretty much all this. So that's why I kind of learned that. So I did that, and that's why I recorded with them, and then that song still out to this day. It's called Ice Houdini 9. That was my first ever song I dropped, And the first ever song I was working on writing, and I had the flow, and as you can listen to the song, but you could say, oh, he was young, oh yeah, this. And I said something in the song like 17, something like, like I was working on it, and I'm 21 now, like I said, like, so that was something I've been working on. And I
Yeah,
kind of, fell in love with it. So we took it to the extent. So that's pretty much how that went for me.
indeed.
Yes, sir.
Houdini Line in the building with this manager, family, and team. The Industry
Yeah.
Plug Magazine, Global Audio Forensics. We're gonna jump into one of these records. We're gonna play it. When we get back, we'll let them talk to us a little bit about it, and then I'm gonna turn it over to Dick James. Global Audio Forensics sounds something like this. Houdini 9.
It cost 2,000 a year. It cost 2,000 a year. Hey, all this ice on my wrist and my ear. It cost 10,000 a year. I keep a band, she gone out the Zans. I go to the beach, leave you in the sand. Get you a 10. We count him up with hundreds, 10 deep in the back of the van. Still trading with that 100 I draw. All this ice on my wrist and my ear. It cost 10,000 a year. I keep a band, she gone out the Zans. I go to the beach, leave you in the sand. Get you a 10. We count him up with hundreds, 10 deep in the back of the van. Still trading with that 100 I draw. They call me Houdini, I know how to get go. Came a trapping right off my flip phone. Blowing this gas, get the fuck off my phone. Mama told me to get it on your own, son. She told me that HP louder than words. She started hustling, carried her like I heard her. No fuck with the gang, you heard what I said. Me and yo, we gon' fuck in the bed. Talkin' crazy, they gon' put on the wrist. Roll up a doozy, I'm ready to taste it. Ask my mama, can we fuck in the basement? She a little white, so she thought it was racist. Hop in the trap and let's keep on racing. Big OBK and we ready to zip 'em. Heat 'em up, make 'em dead like a stripper. I run the city. All this ice on my wrist and my ear. It cost 10,000 a year. I keep a band, she gone out the Zans. I go to the beach, leave you in the sand. Get you a 10. We count him up with hundreds, 10 deep in the back of the van. Still trading with that 100 I draw. All this ice on my wrist and my ear. It cost 10,000 a year. I keep a band, she gone out the Zans. I go to the beach, leave you in the sand. Get you a 10. We count him up with hundreds, 10 deep in the back of the van. Still trading with that 100 I draw. I'm coming straight out the jet, my young crazy, so watch how you count. Could be booty, I call them out. My people tweaking, but I need a tax. All I care about is money. If it ain't 100 up, that's the end of the discussion. If not, yeah, you know that I'm clutch. Hey, turn me up before I turn to something. I'm talking my shit, but no, I don't rock. I just be counting no racks in the back of the truck and go fuck on your bitch on the back. How this young coming straight out the city, I catch a body and don't show no pity, can't leave no evidence. Cause you coming with me, my ices be glisten like right out the box. Making spin just like a top. You come and run up, then you bound to get dropped. Post it up. So twin can I see me, see it up just like I'm watching some TV. I know some lanes who just wanna be me. I told them watch out and just stick to the spelling. Be 17, tryna make me a profit. Out the gas since she gone out on rocks.
All this ice on my wrist and my ear. It'll cost 10,000 a year. I keep a band, she gone out the Zans. I go to the beach, leave you in the sand. Get you a 10. We count him up. Hundreds, 10 deep in the back of the van. Still trading with that 100 I draw. All this ice on my wrist and my ear. It'll cost 10,000 a year. I keep a band, she gone out the Zans. I go to the beach, leave you in the sand. Get you a 10. We count him up. Hundreds, 10 deep in the back of the van. Still trading with that 100 I draw.
Phenomenal Radio, PhenomRadio.com, the most versatile hip hop station in the world. And you just heard Houdini 9. Houdini 9 online. So tell us about that record, Houdini.
As I said, as I was briefly stating before, that was my first single. I put so much work into it, and I like the outcome, which it ended up, turning out like the result. Like I was, happy with it. Like I was actually excited to hear how my song sound after being mixed and mastered. You know what I'm saying? As far as like my creativity, my delivery, and I feel like it's all there. It was raw. That's my first song. I had hunger. I still got that hunger, but it was like that's my first song. You gotta come with it, and that's when it sparked people attention. Oh yeah, that boy cold. Oh yeah, he got it. He got it. You know what I'm saying? So it's pretty much that. Nothing to it. Having fun with it. In school, bored. Gone right. You feel me? Straight
Yeah,
like that. Yes, sir.
indeed. So who produced the record?
Just some beat I found off YouTube,
Okay.
but I did my background checks, my paperwork over it, and then I was good to go. So I don't look for anything to happen,
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
yeah.
no doubt.
Yes,
So I
sir.
noticed in the record, and then I'm gonna turn it over to Dick James. Like probably halfway, a little past halfway, it seemed like the beat changed, and then it was another voice. Was that uh, automated, or was that somebody else on the song doing, just doing the hook that you wrote?
Not, actually, that was all Hershey Black. That was me, like my vocals. That was still the same hook, but as far as like the beat been switched. But when they switched that third time, where it was like kind of more deeper or slower or screwed, that was Hershey. He wanted to add a little more to still catch people's attention and just make it pop like it was supposed to. And I think it definitely did that. So yeah, that was still me and my vocal. And it just he kind of engineered that to make it sound like that.
Yeah, that was
Yes,
dope,
sir.
man. Dick
Most
James.
definitely.
No doubt. Common courtesy. Thank you, Mama, just for bringing your son and your mom,
Most
hit the
definitely.
road.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And mom's got that energy. Mom found me on Instagram. So,
Indeed.
it's sometimes it's about the word of mouth.
Yeah.
Because it was a reference. And she followed up on it and she found me on Instagram and she came in there all respectful and introduced herself and she talked about her son and the joy that she had of being in his life at this time and being able to be supportive to him. So my brain went off and I went back to my mama. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you and your mama. Yeah.
That's it.
That right there is like nothing against Pop or no knock, cause Pop's that's how we are who we are. But on the other side, yeah, when mom extends that love and that unconditional love and support, it does something to us.
That's it.
You
Exactly.
feel me?
Real.
Yeah.
And we know this journey, and you can't travel or do this journey alone. You got to have that real unconditional support.
Exactly. Exactly.
And it needs to come from home first and foremost, because when it does, the opportunity and the access to everything is limitless.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That's the direction, that's the guidance, that's the mannerism, the respectful. Everything was A1. That's why we here today. That's why we're patient. Because we've
Appreciate
been down this road. We've seen these playbooks.
Real. That's real.
Appreciate
We know the curveballs that are going to get thrown at you, and it's
Exactly.
all according to how you handle them that allows you to continue to go forward.
Exactly.
That's it.
And y'all, handled the test. And then you brought another superior supporter, because if it wasn't for grandmama, then mama wouldn't even be here.
Yeah.
Come on,
Right.
God.
Thank you, grandma. You
Indeed.
understand what I'm saying? It's like, come on, man, that's family support. So first and foremost, the music is there. It's A1. Handsome young man, beautiful mom, beautiful grandmother. The energy is all positive. I told her, look, I like the music, but we generally want to push these young artists. We don't want all that cursing, and we don't want the gang banging, and we don't want the guns, and we don't want the drug use. We don't want all of that over exaggerative type of stuff. We want it to be closer to reality because we can stamp that.
Exactly.
Right. Indeed.
She
And it
sent me
need
the
to be
records.
stamped.
She did everything that I requested, and it happened basically instantaneously. I had to get on her about them images, but she was on top of everything else. Women are selective. And so that's why I wrote it, because if I hadn't, she probably would have been going down 150 images just to send me 3 images. We don't need to waste all that time.
Mhm.
Everything is on point. Dr. Stone is going to take care of your graphics, your images, and everything.
Yeah.
You got people that's in the in our inbox and our storyline talking about it. You ain't even come down here from Jackson taking no money. I said, hey, that's the courage, and that's what I suggest that you guys do. Step up, stand up, and be about what you say you about, because if you don't, that's exactly what he gonna do.
Yeah.
We get this show jumping off, and he the only one do what he do. Hey, guess what? Show and tell.
That's it.
Come on.
That's
Yep.
it.
Yep. Yep. Show up.
You know what I mean? That's just how it is. That's the business. We're gonna keep our word. But this is a young man that we would love to be able to do business with going forward. Mom says she on board with us.
That's it.
Shout out to our partner, Asiatic Black,
Yeah.
the number one podcaster, Too Black, Too Strong. You know what I'm talking about, Dr. Stone.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Shout
sir.
out Black. Shout out Black.
90.1 FM, Jackson, Mississippi.
Ah,
Our urban influencer partners, you know, an extended family. So we're about to bring him on and bring his podcast on and let him get on our Vanglorious Phenomenal Radio platform, share what he has to offer around the world, because I've known him for about 10 years. I've been in the background working as an artist. I said, okay, I'm gonna put that on the shelf for a minute so we can do what we need to do for the radio station and the magazine and for the artists. And that's why we're here today. And through that system, I became the host of the Artesia Festival, the biggest, the largest free community festival in the United States of America. Shout out to PHENOM Radio.
Okay.
We're international, and we put the marketing game down, and we touched in probably 35 of the 53 states. And so this year coming up, it's probably gonna go from 15K to somewhere around 18 to 20K in that little 535 hometown of my mom, my grandma, and all her sisters and brothers. Artesia, we love you, baby. This young man right here, I'm gonna extend our hand and let him come up on Thursday night, talent night, and give him the opportunity, because DJ Mailman is on WJMI 99.1 FM up in Jackson, and he's one of our main DJs on our festival Thursday, Friday, and Saturday anyway. So that's gonna be crazy right
most
there.
definitely, most definitely.
If you ain't touched down with him, you about to touch down with him now.
For sure.
And so they're gonna give you even more love in Jackson, and they'll probably be getting you some more interviews.
Yeah, let's do it.
Everybody know that ain't that free. It requires budgeting. But we make planning so that you can be able to put budgeting in place so that we can take y'all where y'all desire to go.
Exactly.
You feel me?
That's it.
Real.
Got a little Travis Hunter in him too.
Yes.
MVP. That's what I'm seeing in this young artist's future. Real talk. 2026, we got Phenomenal Radio All-Stars first inaugural, should I say, music awards. And we're debating between my partner and I whether we're gonna do it in Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas, or Houston, Texas. We still got a little time, but we're gonna extend our hand because you guys came down, you're doing the promo, you're standing on business. So you're gonna get your first nomination.
I really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's big.
That's big.
Indeed,
Appreciate that.
indeed.
Real.
That's big.
So, you know, we're gonna go ahead and go into another record or video, stone, whatever you choose, you know, and we'll take it from there, and we'll come back and let them talk about it.
Yeah.
All right, for sure. Houdini 9 sounds something like this.
I don't know, like, why they choose to treat me like this? I just need special purpose. Things change, shit happens, we all the same. Send me your prayers and your money, but fuck the fame. I remember they had like 2 at 17. I won't leave behind, can't say that I won't never sin again. I just pray for it, I just pray for it. This ain't no game, this ain't no game, so please don't act funny. I just need a helping hand when I'm up early in the morning. I don't need no bitch to keep me up, say I just want, I just pray for it, I just pray for it. This ain't no game, this ain't no game, so please don't act funny. I just need a helping hand when I'm up early in the morning. I don't need no bitch to keep me up, say I just want, can y'all just pray for me? I ask the Lord for a blessing. I know it's hard cause my action, but Lord, this is my confession. Like why these niggas keep testing? I know they gon' keep on hating, cause all this paper I'm chasing, no stopping me, it's a blessing. I gotta teach them a lesson, I had to learn the hard way. I can't just give my heart away, can you just make the sorrow away? See, know I love her for sure, but I know that that's my problem, babe. Solid hundreds, then pay the way, just gotta find that special play. Can y'all just pray for me? Can y'all just pray for me? This ain't no game, this ain't no game, so please don't act funny. I just need a helping hand when I'm up early in the morning. I don't need no bitch to keep me up, say I just want, Can y'all just pray for me? Can y'all just pray for me? This ain't no game, this ain't no game, so please don't act funny. I just need a helping hand when I'm up early in the morning. I don't need no bitch to keep me up, say I just want, Can y'all just pray for me? Change, shit happens, we all the same. Send me your prayers and your money, but fuck the fame. I remember Jay had like 2 at 17. I won't leave behind, can't say that I won't never sin again. Can y'all just pray for me? Can y'all just pray for me? This ain't no game, this ain't no game. I just need a helping hand when I'm up early in the morning. I don't need no bitch to keep me up, say I just want the money. Can y'all just pray for me? Can y'all just pray for me? This ain't no game, this ain't no game.
Indeed, Houdini 9, pray for me, pray for me. James, you still there? Y'all still there? Got some technical difficulties. We're going to go into another video right now. Sounds something like this.
Oh my, that talk to him or something. I body connecting, that's the kind of system take me to that zone now. Not too much talking, that's the 2 exhaust, and I gotta go home now. Oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my. Somebody told me straight up from the jump that you was up on that shit from front. Had to find out by myself, you a cunt. Turn it around, I get left in the trunk. You was in love, I knew that one-on-one. I was the older one holding the gun. Didn't have me made, but I'm not from the slum. Had to find out I might be on my own. Never said I'd back down, never will, got a track now. I leave on my head now. Around later, down. Focus a 10 on my mall in my bag. I focused on me, gotta watch how I swag. Still on that mission, can't change the tradition. Got let talking, let's go back to kissing. Ooh, I said I like the way she do. I said I like the way she do. Like the way she do. Oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my. I body connecting, that's the kind of system take me to that zone now. Not too much talking, that's the 2 exhaust, and I gotta go home now. Oh my, 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 oh my. Ooh, I said I like the way she do. I said I like the way she do it though. Oh, oh, oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my.
Houdini 9, oh my, and pray for me. Global Audio Forensics. So pray for me. Let us know a little bit about the record, who produced it, and one we just heard.
Okay, so let's start with pray for me. Straight like that. Pray for me. I mean, at the time, like when I was working on that song, I was at my uncle's wedding, or we were rehearsing for his wedding, and we was in the church, and we all had our suits on and stuff, getting ready. So I was just in there, and I heard their beat, that beat by itself for pray for me, and it is hard, and I just kept running it back while I was in the church. So eventually, I started writing to it, and so I caught the flow, caught the rhythm. It was straight, like this. And then I started getting into it, finding my flow, and I just took it from there. I started rolling, just going. You know what I'm saying? And I pretty much like the way I was doing it. So it was like, let's keep it rolling. And then it was like, pray for me. I'm still on topic. Like even whatever I'm saying on the verse, cause I think I still did good. But like even if it wasn't here like that, the hook says enough. The hook is what carried to me. You know what I'm saying? I was in tune with the beat. It was more of a melody for me. And then
Right.
like that, it was nothing else to it though. It just pray for me. I liked it. I
Yeah,
felt it.
indeed. And what about the second record that we just heard?
Um, that was oh my correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. So with oh my, I was heading out of town, and me and my ex girl, we wasn't into it, but we was more such one on talking terms, and it was like everything she did irritated me. It was just like so, it was just like oh my, you know what I'm saying? So it was like that was the reaction, and so I was just like, oh man, I'm finna write a song because I was finna get ready to go out of town for I think I had a studio session in Georgia or I had the performance in Georgia or something. We were finna get ready to hit the road, and I was in my room on the game before I packed, and I just had my headphones on, got the writing. And that's when I got to it, you know what I'm saying? We got in the hook. I was like, oh yeah, we got to keep this one rolling because the beat already itself, it already was, soothing, and it was like where I wanted it. And then what I was saying on it, it was like it fit the description. So that's why I was like, let's just move with it, let's run with it. And both of those tracks were not produced but engineered by Hershey Black as well, and I found those beats off YouTube too. Yes, sir.
Indeed. And this
Yeah.
next question is to your mother, the queen mother in your life. How has it been for you? Well, first off, introduce yourself to those who may not know who you are and what you do that have just tapped in.
Okay, so yes, I'm Michelle. I always introduce myself as momager. Um, just a little background. My son, he's correct when he says he just kind of been around music because I remember buying guitars for him once upon a time with drums, tapping piano. I played piano when I was young. So his uncle, producer, engineer, his uncle in the music, and so music has always been just in him. However, with me, I'm an entrepreneur, so things don't really click for me until it clicks for me. And so even though he's been dibbling and dabbling, I guess you can just honestly say I didn't really take anything serious until he graduated high school. When he graduated high school, I'm just the type that don't believe in young people being idle. So but I knew he liked music, so I had introduced him to this internship. It was with a little, it was called Face the True Sound in Jackson. They were just doing a music intern just to help with some day-to-day things, but I knew that they had recording equipment, studio. I just wanted him to kind of link with them and just see what happens. And you know honestly, they kind of like right towards his end, like a little graduation ceremony they was gonna have. They let me hear this song. Didn't tell me, anything about who I was gonna hear. They were just like, listen to this. So I was listening, I was vibing. So then now it's over with. I really like this. I was like, well, who was that? So I'm looking around the room to see who I'm thinking that was. And he went by at the time. It was Lil Cheddar. That was this guy's name. And that was like, this little child. I'm like, who was that? And then just, like I say, it found out it was my son, and that's when it just clicked for me. I was like, that's my son on this song. So ever since then, I said, oh no, sir, you're not gonna sit on this talent. And to be honest, the song they let me hear was Ice. So, and it was their version of Ice. He had since that was like it's still one of my top 3 songs out of his entire vault. But that's when we did a re-record with Hershey, and that's when he went out. But as you can hear in that song, he was like 17, and honestly, that's exactly when it all began for me. Is when he's 17. He's 21 now. Jumped on in there, but so yeah, that's it is. So now that we're kind of diving into this industry, I kind of and I remember telling Dick James, my name is not Michelle, it's actually Missy. So I kind of go by Missy Cartier now. That's how I am on all his socials, on my socials. And so that I'm working as his sole manager right now. We are still, to me, we are just jumping off the fence. We done did some head bumps. We done bumped our heads a couple times. We done jumped out of there without the guidance and the support. So now, like Dick James said, I'm very proactive. I'm in DMs, just doing, and it's real calm. It's not even really asking. I just kind of say, hey, I want to introduce you to this guy. His name's Houdini Nine. I'm Momager. My name's Missy, and here's a couple of his tracks, and we just kind of go from there. So that's it. The whole process for me has been great. He knows. He lost his father before he was born. So actually, it is me and him. He has so much that he has not been recorded, has not been complete. He's truly, truly talented, and it's just not the mom in me. Forget the entrepreneur part. The mom in me won't let me allow him to sit on it. So he's energized. He's right where I would like to see him. Because one thing about it, son, anything you invest in, you start putting your time in, you need to stick with it or just let it
Right.
go. And that's just kind of how it is. And that's what brings us here.
Indeed. And that's interesting to know that you are also a musician and doing your thing, and
Yeah, I did
how
piano.
this kind of those seeds inherently are planted, and we don't know how they're going to come to fruition or blossom later on. You know what I mean? For you all to hear little cheddar in the room and then find out yourself,
Hey,
you know what I'm
this cat.
saying? That's cool. That would be a surprise. I don't know how I would react if that was that situation
Yeah,
for
that
me.
was nice. I was like,
Um,
who's this guy?
right. One more question before I throw it to Dick James. You mentioned some of the bumps in the road from 17 to 21 now. So, about 4 or 5 years, you all are pursuing this together as a team musically. If you don't mind, if you could share a lesson you've learned that might have been a bump or a hiccup thus far in trying to move forward as a momager, and then also let us know a high point that you've experienced thus far in the early stages of the momager career with Houdini 9.
Yeah, well, I will say, and I'm just gonna be just as concrete as I know how to be. The main thing that I've run into, and people tell me all the time that the monsters, the big bad wolves, they come for the newbies, and especially females. I'm just not in the game, and my son is new to it. So it's like soon as we was putting it out there that this is our new ministry, those wolves was coming, and I think I believed a lot of people too soon. I was investing dollars, wasting monies, sending things here with no outcomes. I'm learning how to read emails correctly now and watch, because see, now that our info is out there, that means it's out there. So
Right,
it's like they coming and all saying that they're this people and they're that. I can pull up my email and it's a million of them probably daily.
right,
Your artist got what it take, and he this and he that. So that was like the biggest thing for me, the biggest bump. We learned early about the game behind YouTube beats. He now knows about how to work his beats now, his music selection. Like, to be honest, when I hear things that you guys are playing, that was like his first rodeo, and he has evolved so much as an artist with just things that's not even released yet. So just things like that. But all of that is, like I say, those are the things to me that needed to happen early in the game, so I could be aware. I can now know, like, Michelle, this is not, they're not no good for him, or they just trying to, because I promise they come probably daily. So now I know how to watch those certain language, or the simple things like watch those emails, look at the gmail.com, is it official? Things like that. So, but that was like my biggest thing. But overall, I wouldn't nothing to a point where we couldn't climb out of.
right,
Life gonna happen. Life still lifing for me,
right,
but at the same time, we had nothing to really just put us down and make me say anything like we just give up. Cause that ain't gonna happen.
right,
It's not
right.
gonna happen.
Yeah, you can't let that happen, and I believe you already know that. You've already stated that. And
Mm.
if I could say anything before I throw it to Dick James, is definitely do your research each time you moving forward and investing. Be strategic. You know what I'm saying? It's chess. See the angles as much as possible. Don't set expectations. Because that'll bring about disappointment sometime. And just on a personal tip for me, because I've done music and stuff for years. I'm 44 years young in the game, and I've lost out. I've invested tens of thousands of dollars, and I don't want to say I lost, but the grind continues. You know what I mean? Like,
Exactly.
and in this music industry, they'll swallow you up real quick. So I'm not saying be hesitant or timid, and not that y'all are that, or I see that. I'm just giving some advice to anybody listening. You know, if you're gonna stick to it, do it. But then also just be aware that you got to move a certain way and move with those that are real. Feel that energy when you do that research. You know what I'm saying? Know what you jumping into, because there are power players out here. That organic introduction that you all and Big James had that you just mentioned today. And I'm not saying it's just because he my brother, but that's great. You know what I'm saying? Because you plugged into some real right there. And history and records and reputation will precede itself and show the actual facts that is some real legit stuff going on there. But just stay motivated, stay pushing, and you know it's a sacrifice, and it requires money in this music industry. But there's also money to be made, and that's the current part of the currency where it circulates. You put in, you get out, and you get it flowing, and let that electricity or that currency flow. So, Big James, it's on you.
Yeah, stay diligent, stay committed. Outwork yourself, because that's your competition, your reflection in the mirror. You feel me?
Yeah.
You don't have no particular blueprint. You're creating one. So that's manifestation within. You already showed that y'all believe in self. That's why y'all here.
Exactly.
Hopefully you getting We Believe in You enough to put you on this platform.
Exactly.
We're in 129 countries. We service and influence the #1 platform for new music and artists around the world, the Urban Influencer Charts. We were sitting here talking about Oh My. So, you know, we're going to work. Takes time, takes budgeting, but it takes planning. Y'all already meet all the requirements, the criteria, got the right mindset. So within time, we'll put you on the charts.
Most definitely.
You know what I'm
Most
saying?
definitely.
It's a relationship.
Yeah.
Pay attention to the signs, because there are bad things and there are also great things. They come together. They don't come separate. You get a taste of what's bad, that teaches you how to recognize it going forward. Don't be so quick to jump off the porch. Don't not be willing to come down the steps off the porch, but that's what the steps are for.
Yeah.
When you just jump off head first, you get whatever you get.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, but when you take the time and come down the steps and not necessarily run but walk, you can get a visual of everything and everybody. And then you can breathe and you can sort out who you choose to do business or any type of relations with.
That's real.
That's what it comes down to. And the energy you give, look for the energy to come full circle, because anything that's not who he or she say they are, the actions are going to demonstrate.
Exactly.
That's it.
Tongue will say anything.
Exactly.
Actions can't do nothing but what it does. And actions don't lie.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You can take words back if someone gives you the option, or, you know, say you're forgiven.
Yeah.
In your mind, you think you can take words back. You can't even take them back.
Exactly.
Because in your mind does not delete or erase anything. It stores it so that you get a reminder. This is an uphill battle. So you got to be in shape to go uphill anyway.
Yep.
We practice life every day because of who we are.
Yeah.
So it ain't like we can't do it, but we do have to establish trust.
Yeah.
We got to build relationships. If you can't be trusted, then that's probably why you can't trust nobody.
Exactly.
You don't want to trust nobody, then you probably can't be trusted.
That's it.
There's nothing you can get into that you can't get out of. Contracts, anything, everything. You feel me? That's what life's about. Maneuvering, going around in that circle, not just straight ahead all the time, or side or backwards, but in that circle, because life is a full circle. Whatever you put out is bound to come back. What are you guys putting out in the universe?
Positive energy.
Why shouldn't it recycle? Why shouldn't it reciprocate?
That's all I try to do. Positive energy. I do a lot of woosah moments just so I won't have to.
That's life. We go through the growing pains so that we can learn. Because if we're not pushed, we're going to be mediocre.
Exactly.
We're going to become complacent. You know what I mean? And we're not going to be hungry. That desire is going to simmer down. Only time you need to take it down 1,000 when you know you need to take it down 1,000.
Right.
And we know when we need to take it down 1,000. That's ego.
Yeah.
There's no room for that.
Right.
Activity is the key. You got up this morning, you reached out, you got on the highway, and you're here. Now we're getting ready to get out of this interview, and we're getting ready to go to the talent show, and we're going to have a good time with whoever shows up. There are some things that you like, the people that's listening, that you like them to know about you that we haven't covered real quick, like social media, how
For
to
sure.
interact with you.
Okay, yeah, for sure. For sure, starting off with my social media, I mostly be on Instagram. That would be at Houdini. HOU9INI_. Straight like that. And that's my social tag on pretty much anything. If you want to add me on Facebook, it's Houdini. Just, two words. Houdini. And that's where, and then you want to find my music anywhere. It's Houdini9. All one word, one spelling. HOUDINI. No space, but NINE. Straight like that. And I should pop up anywhere you type that in. And that's pretty much that. I mean, everything else,
Now,
Indeed.
you ready for this talent show?
I'm ready. Let go.
Tell them you ready. I see.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what's happening.
Man, it comes with, like I said, we putting on for the city of Jackson, Mississippi. Out enough per se. And yeah, we out here finna do our thing at the talent show. Finna show up, show out. I always gonna show up though, but show out, that's not even a question. So let's roll. I'm ready to rock out. Y'all know where we at with it.
All right, we
Indeed.
got one more record that you gonna play for us before we get out of here, Stone. And with everything always on the up and up, peace, love, and light to everybody. Y'all stay committed and y'all stay focused.
Thank
Indeed.
y'all.
Salute to you,
Appreciate
Mrs.
it.
Cartier, Momager, Grandmama, that's in the building, and also you, Houdini9. We're going to play this video and shut it down. Hold it down tonight, man. Rock out, man. Represent.
Most definitely.
Indeed. 1,000.
Thank
Peace.
y'all. We thank you for having us.
Thank you. Peace.
Cadence. Racks. Try to get me, man, that shit just won't happen. I'ma go get it, this shit like magic. ATM hitting this shit automatic. Racks. Stacking it up, when it matching the city. I just want money, don't care about the bitches. If she getting with me, she bringing me riches. Racks. Standing on business, ain't worried about the captain. Salute the senor, he done put me on rapping. I hit the bitches, don't care about the papping. Racks. That my Latina, she move kinda classy. I teach a lesson for being the better. Since I'm getting rich, I might spend in the caddy. Thank you, Allah, you put me in position. I gotta go hard, they see me, I'm a fish. Telling the plot, hope you fit the description. And my thoughts getting lost, I just can't keep it simple. Bar unannounced, I can say that I'm different. And I really can spark if you people just listen. I hold a lot of my song, I want to see this. The P cool a lot, don't want nothing but bitches.
I fell in love with a thought for real. She fell in love cause I gave her a chick. You want some love but my feelings too real. Want me some mints, I count by the Rex. Got me some hoes, I can't call my ex. Call me a 30, I gotta be next. I fuck a bitch and don't send her a text. You see these pills, I'm busting like 10. I give you dick just in case you get hungry. I fly you out just in case you get lonely. She want these rest but I give her a dub. Not in my feelings, these rest keep me company. I spin on her cause we fuck on the balcony. No more baloney, this coming from Solo. Yeah, J Solo.
Racks. Try to get me, man, that shit just won't happen. I'ma go get it, this shit like magic. ATM hitting this shit automatic. Racks. Stacking it up, when it matching the city. I just want money, don't care about the bitches. If she getting with me, she bringing me riches. Racks. Standing on business, ain't worried about the captain. Salute the senor, he done put me on rapping. I hit the bitches, don't care about the papping. Racks. That my Latina, she move kinda classy. I teach a lesson for being the better. Since I'm getting rich, I might spend in the caddy.
The most versatile hip-hop radio station in the world. Phenomenal Radio.